Welcome back to the Chasing Tone podcast. I'm Travis.
I'm Max.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Josh. Do I look this way?
This is going to be the longest intro ever. We're joined with JHS's Pedals' own Josh Scott,
Yes.
John Pennington,
Yes.
and Zach Sims. Come on.
Yes.
Two M's, right? Like
Two
Phil
M's.
Sims. I'm still pissed at Phil Sims. Are you guys sports fans at all? Because if not, these guys don't have any idea.
NBA,
Phil Sims,
which nobody
yeah.
cares about.
Yeah.
He's my uncle.
I'm still pissed at him for 1990 defeating my Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl.
Me too.
You're a Bills fan?
You should be.
I know. My dad's from Buffalo. So that's my excuse.
You know what?
So you went to a lot of Super Bowls.
4 in a row. All right. So we are at Gearfest, and for those of you who don't know what Gearfest is, it's in Fort Wayne, Indiana, at one of the biggest retailers in the country, Sweetwater.
I would say the known universe.
The known universe. It is
Possibly.
yes. We need like a cool graphic there for the universe.
I think we need
You gotta
The
ask
known
folks, I know.
universe, not all the universe.
Just the known
The
universe.
known.
What's just
Okay.
the known part?
Okay.
we got to describe the smell in here.
I'll leave that to you.
It smells like shoes and shame. And butt.
That's a good band name.
Shoes and shame.
Shoes and shame.
It's postmodern math rock, bro. We don't sound like anybody else. It's like, who do you sound like? We do our own things. Postmodern math rock. It's great.
Doesn't matter.
It's complicated.
Postmodern, yeah, exactly. It is now.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
But basically, we have been out. How hot do you think it got today? Like
Extremely.
90, 92?
300
Yeah.
degrees.
200, 300.
That's just kind of a guess. I mean, ballpark.
Yeah.
At noon, I think we were about 50 feet from the sun.
Yeah, it was brutal.
That's probably pretty accurate.
It was pretty brutal. Why is your mic?
The best part is
I
that
don't talk.
it rains really hard,
Yes.
and then we're inside of a plastic tent where the water evaporates to the top of the tent, and then
just
stay.
stays. Yes. Oh man.
Not to
smells
mention
so
the
good in
river.
there.
What's
It
that?
smells so good in there.
Oh yeah, man. It's
So it's kind of like we're all in the same bathtub together.
That's very good.
That's true.
Yeah.
Why am I excited about that?
It's like a tone tub.
It's Tone Tubby.
Found him, man.
we should start a speaker. Wait a minute. But no, it's really hot. It's the dead of summer, 100 degrees, and it decides to rain like Josh said. And did you guys get flooded at all, or did you have your stuff on the pallets?
We had a pallet, but we
Yeah,
still
but
got flooded.
still got
in our
flooded.
hearts.
In our hearts. But was that Vox amp okay?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
As
gotta
far as
admit,
we know.
I'm not a fan of the Vox amps. I'm not a fan of the
That's
Vox
all
amps.
right. You'll see the light.
I'll see the light one day. It's that.
But you have a pedal based on a Vox amp.
No, Brian has a pedal
Okay,
based
that's
on
true.
a Vox
So
amp.
wait, hold on. Legal disclaimer. It's not based on Vox
Oh, yeah.
amps. However, it might be made to sound similar to
Oh, I got
recordings
it.
of what
I got it.
Vox amps.
I'm glad you cleared it up because
Yeah.
I was getting really offended.
Speaking of which, like, I'm not going to call anybody out, but there's another company that has amplifiers named AC and then a wattage after it.
That's apparently okay.
That's okay
But-
because it's an amp,
But Ace 30 in the pedal is not.
right?
So it makes sense. If you think
Right.
about it, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I'm
And-
trying not
It's
to
easy
think
to
about it
confuse
though.
the pedal at the end.
Yeah, it completely is.
Yeah.
But so one of my highlights of the show so far is when Josh came over to me and started playing the pedals, and instead of saying anything, the only thing he said was, you just basically said things that people have said to you today.
Or as soon as I ever started the company.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like 8 years of comments.
Yeah, it was my favorite one. That was he hits the triple wreck, which obviously is our highest gain pedal, and he goes, "It's just not clean enough. It's not clear
It was really bright and too muddy.
and too muddy, really bright and too."
But it was musical.
But it was musical. That's the one we were talking about. It was-
See how someone
Yeah.
might like that.
yeah.
It felt really scooped, but the mids were haunting.
Yeah, haunting mids. Yeah, we talked about that. And I was telling these guys too. The one that I just heard from one of my buddies was talking about an amplifier, and he said, "Bro, it was an instrument. And I was like, and I really respect this guy's opinion because he plays great gear and he actually taught me how to play guitar.
And he's gonna watch this.
And he's totally gonna watch this. He totally is. That's the thing, though. That's the best thing about talking about people is telling them you talked about people and what they said, and then judging the reaction. I don't have many friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
right?
so after he made that comment, you still respect your grandfather?
It's funny because he's dead. I'm joking. I'm sorry.
No, but seriously.
No, but really.
Seriously, he is dead. But don't worry, I never knew him. But
I got a tattoo of him right here. Wait a second.
But seriously, it's okay.
what did you call tattoos the other day? Bitch stickers.
Yeah, bitch stickers. It's like I like hardcore. Not that I have anything against tattoos.
Obviously.
I love how we say anything we want. We're like, not that I have anything against that.
Yeah.
I'm just one chubby kid with a microphone.
You're not a kid. You're 30
I'm
years
offended
old.
that you said that.
I'm offended. What's that?
Your opinion matters, though, and don't let these guys say it doesn't.
We should probably talk about something tone related. And
Oh yeah, this is like a tone. podcast.
yeah, the thing that, and I told Josh, I think he's one of the first people I saw when we got here. I said, dude, I got
It's
to
because I'm really tall.
Yeah, yeah, you are really
I'm
tall.
happy.
I am.
I'm not the tallest guy in here anymore.
You're not.
It's awesome.
That's awesome. Cool.
Anyways, subject change.
But anyway, you released a pedal
Yeah.
yesterday or today? Today's Friday,
Both?
so it was yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
This was yesterday.
right?
Yeah.
By the way, that's pretty ingenious to release an exclusive at Gearfest, or at Sweetwater on the day of Gearfest. That's great. And he told me, he goes, I wish I could say it was meant to be that way.
Yeah. Total accident. But it feels good to be genius.
Yeah, man. It does feel good to be genius. You know, and that's and modest. No.
Yeah, and humble.
I'm just trying to humbly let you know that I'm amazing.
Yeah,
But I didn't mean to be amazing.
I didn't mean to be amazing. It just
And honestly, I couldn't do it again if I wanted to.
happened. But no, seriously though, and I can't wait to hear the pedal. I want to play it.
I'll tell you this, though. It's the most transparent yet in-your-face pedal you've ever heard.
Really,
Haunting mids.
haunting mids.
the Stug.
Okay.
You didn't.
It's not the Stug.
I could tell you didn't
It's
know
killed.
if I was
It's
serious or not.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, really? Yeah. But I was waiting, and then I had to put it together.
Yeah.
But
Sounds just like your amp, but it's the heaviest thing you've
it's
ever
the
heard.
heaviest thing
Yeah.
you've ever heard.
Yeah. It's for the guy that has a telly, but doesn't want a telly, but he prefers the telly.
Right. Gotcha. That makes total sense.
Total sense to me because I got a Strat and I want it to sound like a freaking telly.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. You hate Stratocaster. When
I
did
don't hate them. I
Stratocasters-
just wish they'd sound like Telecaster.
Have you ever noticed Stratocasters now aren't cool? They're not in vogue. Like they're lame guitars now. Have you
Yeah.
noticed this?
Yeah.
It is. It's kind of sad.
I've always thought that.
You really have? Seriously? Oh no.
No,
We can't be friends anymore.
He hates Stratocasters.
He hates
Well,
Strats.
I come from Radiohead.
Okay.
You know, that era.
Gotcha.
And
Get
everybody
out.
plays Telecasters.
right.
Or like, you know, hollow bodies.
Right.
Or whatever. So, you
What-
know.
I'm a Strat guy. Always have been. But I will say, the most versatile guitar on the planet to me is a Telecaster. And if I could get one to play absolutely perfectly, and that had the tummy cut, then I would probably play one. But then it's not a Telecaster because the Telecaster guy's like, it's got to be a hunk of wood. It can't have the contour. You know what I mean?
I'd like to rock a Flying V with a G bender just because.
Of
You know?
course. Yeah.
That's
where
got
would you-
plenty of room for a tummy cut.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
That's because you're both chubby. That's why I need the tummy cut.
Thank you, Max, for calling me chubby. Thank you. But no, seriously, like we had to go on the. I did this tour thing, right? And basically,
Was it like musical tour,
it was.
or
It was.
it?
It was his own instrument, but no, it wasn't music. It was. We went to Japan or whatever. We had to
Yeah.
take one guitar, and it was a Telecaster because I knew I could cover all bases with it. So I hear you on the Telecaster, but we were talking about that.
I'm just looking at stuff.
But we were talking about that today
It's
about
only 5 more minutes and he'll be.
yeah. Dude, did you just break the mic
No,
cable?
it's been broke, dude. It's a real nice convertible.
It's convertible. Yeah, let's leave it alone.
You stream it that way. It's less heavy.
So anyway, we were talking
All
about
right, then.
how Strats aren't cool anymore. Are you a Strat hater too? Everybody here?
I love a Strat.
Yeah.
I don't play one though.
What do you play? Like, what is your go-to?
So
guitar?
like I love Strats. I played them for a long time, and now I never play them, but I still have one.
Yeah, I mean,
So I like P90s, like Jazzmaster offset bodies. So I have a Elliott Tone Master and a Fano, like the arch.
oh man, those
kind of
Fanos.
the Starcaster.
I want a Fano so
GFA.
bad, man. They'll do anything too. Like I've seen all kinds of crazy pickup combos
Yeah,
with those.
they're cool.
But
I do understand what you're saying. It's like you see the Strat and you're like, oh, that dude.
yeah, and I actually one of my buddies was like, and I'll say it was kind of making fun of another guy. He's like, just take your Stratocaster and get out of here. And I was like, I like Stratocasters. You know, it's not cool.
My first guitar was a Stratocaster.
Really?
It was a Sensonic Stratocaster Cherry Red from Sam's Club.
Sam's Club.
Yes.
Zach cracked up.
You think that's funny? What was your first guitar?
He's
Well, it was a Yamaha
From?
from like 1975. It was one of those
Oh,
the
Oh, yeah.
good ones.
good.
So, you know,
Brian was
I'm
like,
cool.
He's like,
30.
yeah, he's like, trust me, it's a
What
hipster
was
guitar.
yours?
I had a PVT60.
You know that's right.
That's why.
Was that the one with the neck that's like this?
Yeah,
thin?
the neck's this thin.
It's
The
so thin.
body
that the
is
strings
50
are
pounds.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
It's
I
Was
have
it
back
natural
trouble.
finish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have back
thicker.
trouble
It's like
now.
a coffee table.
he said I have back
Yeah.
trouble now. He's like, I'm actually not slouching. This is how I have to sit now. No,
But
those-
it's weird because the neck is literally this
is.
thin, but it's like so heavy.
there's a who was it? The blues guy, Johnny Copeland.
Mhm.
That's what he used to play, right? Speaking of which, man, you guys are in Kansas City. Great blues scene there. Used to be. Is there still?
Is there?
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
I mean, there's like
Yeah,
There's
the
still
jazz
a
district.
jazz is
Yeah.
huge, and
Yeah,
they
I've
have
been
a
to
pretty
Kansas City.
famous
the Lawnside
well,
Barbecue.
the
They still do blues.
Knuckleheads is
Knuckleheads,
is a
yeah.
classic
Yep.
venue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They have
Yeah.
a lot of blues there.
Yeah, and then
Barbecue.
Yeah,
Samantha
BB
Fish is from around there too. I don't know if you
BB's
know her.
backyard barbecue.
Yeah, BB's Lawnside.
That's totally different. That's a topic.
Yeah,
That's our other podcast.
we're hungry.
That's Lawnside.
That's
It's right next to my house.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I went there one time and like I couldn't even tell you where I was. All I know it was like the cleanest city I've ever been in my life. It was like cobblestone streets.
Kansas City?
Yeah, I was in Kansas City. It
Oh,
was
I
like
must have
really
just-
clean and cobblestone and
Was that the Plaza?
I don't know. It was like it was a cool
Wait,
place. I
isn't
dug it.
that a blues band Trampled Underfoot from KC?
Yeah, yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, they
I
are.
saw 'em
They got
once, yeah.
Danielle. What's her name? Danielle something.
Yeah.
Bass player. She's great.
There's another little band that's from there, the Beatles. That no. They know.
I don't think that. No. It's not right.
It's sad because nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, they obviously they had the Kansas City
Yeah.
song.
Well, when
Yeah.
they got famous, they moved to Liverpool, and
It was
so
the
everyone just
marketing.
assumes they're from.
I read
Liverpool.
this. I read a blog one time, and this guy, he's the one that moved them over,
Mhm.
changed their accents and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Changed in her accents.
Yeah.
It was George Martin, I think, was his name.
Yeah, fabricated the story.
From the long list of all the Kansas City Martins,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm riffing.
I've heard Queens from there as well, but anyway, go
Probably
ahead.
more
Queen's
accurate.
from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You can, I'm gonna say it. I'm not a fan of Queen.
Really?
I'm not.
That's a
Wow.
bold statement.
I'm not.
That's
Wow.
a big deal.
No, it is a big. It's a deal breaker for a lot of people.
I would
you
say.
know,
I like Queen, but I'm not like offended.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, my thing is like I would never. Okay, let me take it this way.
I prefer
I
the
wouldn't-
Vanilla Ice version.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
Of-
Version.
Under pressure,
Never heard it.
right?
Never heard it.
Well, it's technically
It's-
David
it's-
Bowie.
it's
Should
that-
Josh,
it's David
That's-
Bowie.
Josh should
David
hum a
Bowie.
couple of bars for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so Queen and Bowie was da 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 da,
Here we
and then
go.
Vanilla Ice was listen da 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 da.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's different.
Yeah,
It
it's a
is.
little
It's,
different.
it's actually
Yeah.
totally
It's
different.
totally different. So
Yeah.
if you've seen that, there's actually
Yeah.
video. But no, I mean, if Queen was on the radio, I wouldn't turn it. But maybe that's the problem. I only know the stuff on the radio. But I would never go out and like that "Tie Down Your Mom" song is hideous. That's one of the worst songs I've ever
That's
heard.
the best song ever. Actually, it's not the best song, but it's got a good guitar tone in that, man.
Sure. So it's
Okay, so you, I want to do an experiment. So you describe the tone and you describe the tone.
me.
Yeah.
If somebody took their guitar and played it through their nose, and then put fizzy gain on it, ran it through Alnico speakers.
But it fits, man.
Sure, but it fits with music that I don't like. See what I mean? So therefore, I'm not going to dig it.
Okay, yeah, but if you turn it around, like if you listen to, let's say, anything on the radio, that all basically pretty much sound, the guitar parts, the guitar sound.
You mean current radio?
Yeah, isn't necessarily identifiable.
Well, and identifiable doesn't necessarily mean good. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean, I can identify a lot of things that aren't that great. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
they're identifiable because they're not good.
right. But no, I hear what you're saying. It has character, and it's just like I understand what you're saying. You're saying the reason people like it is because it's unique.
Yeah.
But
I think it's not like my ideal guitar tone, but I think it's got some balls to
I
it.
think it's cool.
It's got its place, but
I mean,
would
We Will
never
Rock
prefer
You,
that
the
tone.
solo.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I mean,
but that one
well-
song, the "Tie Down Your Mom" song, is terrible.
You said
I've
you
never
don't
heard
like
that song, honestly.
Yeah, tie down your mom.
I don't want to
Tie
know.
your
I don't
mother
know.
down.
Tie your mother down. Something.
I choose to ignore.
Yeah.
No, it's seriously, the song is "Tie Your Mother Down." We're gonna have to put it in here. Musical break. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I'll send you the MP3, Bob. It's not good.
The one I don't get is Bicycle. Bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Right.
But it's cool.
if you like rock opera,
I see
opera,
what- I see
if
where
you
you're
see
coming
what I
Well,
mean?
so wait, you don't like We Are the Champions?
If I'm at a sporting event, it's fantastic. But I would never choose to listen to that
you
song
don't listen
any
to
other
that
time.
every morning when you get up.
I'm more of a Joe Esposito, you're the best around kind
Oh,
of guy.
okay. Well,
I'll see that one too. Trying to be drunk. Nothing.
So how do you feel about Muse?
I love Muse.
They're very Queen though.
I don't
Everything's
think so.
like
I mean, I see what you're saying.
is it operatic?
Operatic, yeah.
Yeah, operatic.
I see what you mean.
And
I do.
apocalyptic?
Like Muse.
Right.
The world is ending every song.
Yeah, I get
Every,
you.
do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
But maybe, but what's his name? Matt Bellamy, is that his
Yeah.
name? To me, that guy is so innovative that even if I don't like the song, I can listen to what he's doing.
Yeah, he's
And-
incredible. Like,
Yeah,
he's
you know what I
incredible.
mean? Like, and maybe that's how some people are with Brian May.
So
It's
you
like,
just feel like Brian May, it's the same thing.
no,
nasal.
I like Brian May. I don't like Queen.
Okay. All right.
See what I mean?
Well,
I'm tracking with you.
Doesn't he use Vox amps?
Yeah.
And so
That's
it
what
sounds
it
like he
is.
puts a blanket over his amp and then plays. You know?
Kinda.
It's like-
Yeah, through his nose.
Yeah.
Because it's real nasal. I don't know, and I'm
What's-
gonna catch a lot of hate comments.
It's a lot of slack.
no.
A lot of slack. You're gonna catch some slack on that. Very.
I think
nice.
I get what you're
What are
saying.
you
I think the
doing?
story's cool.
He's totally checked out, man. He's on Instagram or something.
he's reading his own blog on wamplerpedals.com/blog. No, what do you think of Brian May's tone then?
Sure.
That's it. That's all
You
you
got,
have.
you got nothing.
I like Queen.
Do you really?
I do.
Right.
I actually crashed my Mustang to a Queen song. It was actually just on, and then I blacked out, and I don't remember anything else.
True story. The first car wreck I was in, they've heard this 1,000 times. Lightning crashes.
Ah, that was live, correct?
Thank you.
Yeah, old boy Ed Kushalik, he's doing an acoustic tour.
Oh,
Have you seen this?
I love that you can't say his name.
Yeah.
Because I have no clue what his name is. I know that it's Ed Klaslangming.
The actual translation got lost years ago.
So I'm in I think it was a 69 Ford Tempo.
Yes, dude.
5-speed.
Did you say tempo? Yes.
Ford Tempo.
I remember those
Okay,
cars.
2-door.
took
I'm
one to
going down
prom.
a county road. I've been down, remember this, to change the CD from the CD wallet.
Yes,
In the
of
floor.
course. Oh, not
And
the visor. 'cause
it's like everything you are told to never do. I've been down and I go through a barbed wire fence. It scrapes these hook marks over the top, and there's cows. And I get out of the car, and Lightning Crashes is playing.
oh yes.
And I drove that car. I drove it home, and my dad walks out, and he's like, "You wrecked it. You're gonna drive it." So I drove this car for like 2 years with barbed wire marks down it,
Oh man, that's.
and the hood would like come up sometimes.
I have a similar story, only it wasn't music related. But I had this car. It was an '85 Honda Civic, okay, hatchback, and
Those last forever.
well, most of them did,
Except yours.
But except mine. But I was parallel parking, and one of my
That's
buddies.
your first problem.
Yeah, one of my buddies decided to open the door while it was moving, hit a parking meter, and buckled the door back, and the door fell off. And my
Wow.
dad wouldn't come get
Wow.
me, so I had to actually drive a car with no door at home. And then
Very MacGyver.
Yeah, yeah,
Richard,
right.
what did you do?
Yeah, so I couldn't afford a new door, so I went to a junkyard, and it was a silver car, and there was like this pastel blue door with a hot pink pinstripe down it, and I was
Yes.
like, I'll take it. That was my car. I wish somebody had a picture of it. But whatever.
I really connect with you on that.
Yeah, I know. And then the exhaust broke on it, and then I decided to take it in the town parade. And then the exhaust was going. And so, like, I was trying to throw a candy, and all these,
Okay,
all
time out.
these parents were having their kids back.
I have so many questions. First of all, why did you take it to a parade? Okay.
Let me back
No,
up.
no. Were you trying to
Let me back up.
look at my car?
Yeah, exactly.
Were you,
No,
you dressed as a clown?
No, I took cardboard and I spray painted a number on it and taped it to my door.
Wow.
Dude, I was so stoned I couldn't help it. It wasn't my fault. It was
It wasn't your
It was my fault. It was a marijuana.
famous last words.
no, I was 16 years old.
What time out? What parade?
Oh, it was Old Settlers in Ocean, Indiana. True
That's
story.
awesome.
So here's the thing. I
Like
I
all
grew up
7
in
people
Was-
came out for it.
I grew up in Washington D.C., right? And then I moved to Odin, Indiana, which is an Amish community. Absolutely nothing to do there.
There's like literally, there just now is a stop sign there.
yeah,
But
no, there's
you-
not.
I mean,
Stop sign, not stop light. Yeah,
But you love peanut brittle.
I do love peanut butter and fresh baked goods. But no, so anyway,
Did your car have a rocking chair in it?
it was Flintstones. You had to pedal it.
Giant wood wheels.
But no, anyway, I decided that, and the exhaust had broke off right underneath the passenger seat. It was fantastic. But then it leaked oil or burned oil real bad, so it just smoked all the time. It's a true story. At the end of the parade, I got behind the last car, got a bunch of candy, and we were just throwing it. And these parents would grab their or these parents would grab their kids and be like, "No, don't go after that."
taking it
kid."
back.
That's awesome.
Like the parents see you as the guy with the razor blades in the can.
Why do
You're
you
like,
like
come here, kids.
Although I did used to give out bouillon cubes for Halloween when I was in college.
That's amazing.
Man.
Come try this sugar cube.
there is a special place in hell reserved for me, but let's talk about the kilt.
Yeah, the
Let's
kilt.
talk the kilt. Remember when we were talking about that?
That was the
And
best.
that's Chasing Tone. Thanks for watching.
I still think it's called the Stug.
That's not called the stug. It's the kilt. But
Are
I
you
do
sure?
gotta ask. And
Okay.
excuse my ignorance on there.
Okay.
Who is Stu G?
Stu G.
Is it wait first? Is that like outlandish? That I don't know who he
No,
is.
not at all. Not
Okay,
at all.
all right.
You're not at all.
Okay,
So Stu
all right.
G. So Stu G was in a band called Delirious,
Okay.
which
That's,
Have you ever heard of
No,
Delirious?
I have not.
no, that's
I'm sorry.
great. So there's a band. So he's in a band called Delirious, which they were pretty massive in the late '90s. So like in America, we compartmentalize music. Like there's Christian, and then there's like not Christian music.
Secular.
Yes, that would
Right.
be a word you'd hear, but no one else does that. Like
Right.
in all the earth,
It's just music.
there's just music.
Right.
Yeah. So he was in a band in Britain, and they came over, and they actually, we have what's called the praise and worship music now.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
'cause
the
that's
kids.
yeah.
Well, that's actually a genre, and then you have like actual gear forums related to it.
Yeah. Gear Talk.
He is
B&W,
basically
yeah.
almost solely responsible for that
Oh.
becoming what it is in America.
Okay.
We would still be like on an organ with like a transparency.
Right.
So in that sense, he was big in it's like, oh, I can play guitar and be a Christian
Right. Yeah.
Basically.
That's awesome, man.
because
So-
just America, we're like good and bad, and over there it's just music.
It's
just play
right.
music.
Right. Just play music.
So
He's the Godfather.
that's who. That's I like
Oh
that.
no.
But that's who he is.
No, I'm actually proud of you for that, Max. It's the only thing you've said. No, that's great, man. Because I actually clicked on the Instagram thing, and I was like, man, and it got me thinking. I was like, did they make him up? And I don't mean that bad, but that's a great
But
idea.
that's something.
That's
That's a great idea.
We should make a
That's a
signature
great idea.
pedal with just a made-up character.
That's a great idea.
You know, but
Yeah,
no,
I think some people know him.
and I hope if Stoogie listens to this, I don't mean any disrespect.
No, I
you
think
know.
he'd love that. I mean,
Okay.
because once again, it's just how we view things in America. It's so
Right.
different. You know, like they're doing their thing, writing worship music, but then they'll open for Bon Jovi. Like they literally
Right.
toured with Bon Jovi, Brian
That's
Adams.
awesome, man.
There's like no division in that. It's just
Right.
music, good or bad music.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's who he is.
that's cool, man. And does he wear a kilt? Is that the
So there was one tour called, what was the tour?
Mesomorphous.
Yeah, Mesomorphous, and he wore a kilt every show. Because
Okay.
he's English and
right? Why not?
you can
And
do
the,
that.
the sound of the pedal is what he used on that tour. So he wanted to call it the kill.
He used to use
Really?
the Expendoras, and the kilt
Oh.
is a modified Expendora.
Okay, so it's expanded from a. I got
I like
nothing.
that.
I was
I like
trying.
that.
I was
Yeah.
trying. I was riffing.
Mhm.
But no, those are killer pedals. I got a
Yeah.
buddy that uses Expandora, but uses it almost as like a boost. Believe it or not.
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
a lot of
it does
people think,
everything.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people think it's just like the fuzz box because didn't Billy Gibbons use one of those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of fuzzy. It can,
You
be,
know.
can be kind of fuzzy.
It's kind of rat-esque,
Yeah.
Okay.
but it has an optical element in it.
I've never played a vintage rat. Can you believe that?
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's probably the greatest.
My boss says he
sources
has
are
one, but
good.
he's never let me play it.
Really?
Come on. Is that one you have? Is it vintage?
No, that's not a vintage one.
Okay, because I've played that one.
You gotta play one, man.
Yeah.
I
The
know.
new ones,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
a great pedal.
Now, can you mod the new ones to sound good? Like rhetorically, not just you. like
Yeah,
anybody.
we would
Yeah.
like to
Can they be
think
modded?
so.
Say what?
We
Yeah.
would like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a mod.
Is that a mod? Okay.
I mean,
I'm
it's your.
sorry.
It's,
I like to. Whenever I'm on them, I like to just turn them into tube screamers just to screw with people.
yeah.
Although
I
the
only
3-second rule that you came out with.
We on all of our mods.
Uh-huh.
Nobody knows. This is the first time you'll ever hear this, but you hold any foot switch down for 3 seconds, and it's a clon takes over the circuit.
That's fantastic.
Every one of them.
If you can't get that to work, just email Josh.
Josh at
Josh at
JHS Pedals.
Pedals.com.
Yes, just email me.
He'll walk you through it on the phone.
And then you guys just came out with the unicorn.
The unicorn.
Okay,
Yes.
which is the. Are you allowed to say univibe or is
Yeah,
that-
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
I didn't know if you're allowed to
It's
say that word.
It's a
you know.
univibe photo cell modulation.
I do have a question.
Yeah, go
is
for it.
it bulb or LED?
It's a bulb.
Is it? Ah,
It is.
come on. Do you ever worry about consistency issues?
No,
No? So you guys got that figured out. Awesome.
I don't know that we have it figured out.
Right.
They just all. They all sound
It's
good.
pretty black and
Okay.
white. Either they pass or they don't.
Okay. Well,
and,
I
a
mean,
lot, and some of them don't.
and it's going to sound like I'm a huge univibe fan, man. That's my favorite effect. That's
Yeah.
the reason I play guitars.
You
the
need a
univibe.
unicorn.
I do. I need every univibe ever created.
Mhm,
That's what I
okay.
need. But anyway, the thing is I played, and I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. The Deja Vibe from Full Tone,
Yeah.
I had consistency issues from pedal to pedal. I've had 3 different ones. One
Yeah.
sounded good, 2 did not. The one that I had, I don't know if the bulb burned out over time, but I swear it stopped sounding as good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is that something?
I've only had one. I had one of those a long time ago. The first Univibe pedal, I think, it was your fault. Was the Rotovibe,
Oh yeah.
but it's like really cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
And yeah, I think probably the best simple one I've ever heard, other than mine,
of course,
of course. is
The
I like the
Wobble
Mojo Vibe. The sweet. Is it? Do you know? Is it
the
sweet?
Villanova.
Oh,
Oh, no, the Sweet Sound.
Sweet sound.
Yeah.
Mojo
Yeah,
Vibe.
yeah,
That's
that
a
one.
great
Okay.
vibe.
Yeah.
Earthquakers vibe's fantastic.
The depths.
It has like way more controls.
But I will say one thing: that pedal, and everybody knows how I feel about that pedal. I absolutely love it. I love the footprint. It does the univibe thing that I like. But to me, it has a definite sweet spot, and for what I want it for,
the depths.
the depths.
Yeah, okay.
So
See, I think Jamie, we had talked, and he can correct this, but he chose an LED. He liked how it
he
felt.
did.
Yeah,
He
and I
did.
think it's cool. It's got its own thing, and you could almost have both on the board because
Yeah.
his is so tweakable. Like mine's gonna do like one or two things.
Right. Well, and to me, unfortunately, that's what I like about a univibe. Is
Oh.
one thing. You know what I mean? So like to have ton of like tweakability kind of freaks me out. That's why I had to have the guys from Earthquaker actually show me, like, you want a unified here, this is what you do.
Gotcha.
You
So in
know?
other words, if we do one, we need a 3-band EQ and a bright
No.
switch and a bass
A
switch.
notch. Yeah.
and I will never use the vibrato part on it. I always use the chorus.
See, that's all I use.
Is it? Are you serious? You like the vibrato part
I
of
use
it?
the vibrato all the time.
Really? That's awesome, man. So you got those were your last two.
But I'm a
releases, right?
Queen fan.
You are a yeah, right. You are a Queen fan, but here I'm gonna catch so much slack for that. You know I am. Are you trying to prove a point that you haven't spoken?
I just don't want to be awkward anymore.
You're on this new kick about being awkward. That's like your thing
I
now.
am awkward. I'm self-realizing that. See, it's awkward right now. It's all quiet and stuff. Everybody's like, I don't know how to respond. They don't respond because they're pretty awkward too. It's like, do we laugh?
Maybe we're just agreeing with you. Like,
Yeah, it's true.
I just want to change
So
clothes.
I'm gonna put the two builders on the spot. What's next?
two.
I know you just released a pedal literally yesterday, and I'm already asking what's next.
Okay.
So what's next?
Brian first.
Brian first. What's next?
We're gonna start.
Can't say the bass pedal. Go ahead.
Yeah, making all our
That
versions.
looks cool, by the way.
Version, huh? What?
That looks really cool, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's actually Jason Wilding. I think did the graphics on that. I think.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
kind of
Jason.
had some input.
I talked to
on that.
Jason
But-
here.
Yeah,
and
you
there.
did, didn't you? Yeah, that's
No,
right.
that's all
Because there's a whole
That's
boxing
all
thing, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Actually, that's kind of a funny story because their first graphic had two boxing gloves
looked
on
like
it, right?
testicles.
Well, and my first thing was like, guys, if we put this out, it's going to look like a JHS pedal. We
Because
can't-
all it was
because
not
it was-
because testicles, no, because it was just
Because
it was just
it was
one
just a-
symbol.
So
It
we
was
thought
just-
of, we thought
I
of
wanna
balls. We thought
reiterate
of
that. It wasn't
Hashtag balls.
We're tracking with you.
But no, because it basically all it had on it was boxing gloves, and then he was like, "Nah, that's gonna."
Yeah.
And then he went to a different set of boxing gloves that totally looked like testicles.
That's right.
Dude.
And then
Yeah.
I've totally forgot about you and Jason tag teaming that. Man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We tag
That makes me
teamed
a terrible
the
boss. I
testicles.
quit.
But no, so what's next?
I'm gonna make a bunch of version 2 pedals and make when you hold the button down after 3 seconds, it
It
turns into a clone.
clone.
Don't email. We are not doing this. That
Okay.
is not a thing. Don't email. Seriously, don't email.
But no, version 2s.
No, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do next.
Okay.
I know we have like 15 designs like ready to go, but I don't want to release a design every other week or not too quick in a row.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know we have the
Works for some people.
we have the DB Plus coming,
Okay.
which is
Is that what we finally decided on?
yeah
Okay.
DB Plus, which is a small little buffer booster thingy. We have, let me see, what is it? Oh, the Latitude Standard,
Okay.
which is the
Is
simple
that 3-knob?
3-knob trim, simple trim,
And a smaller.
smaller.
That's
enclosure.
cool. That'll do well.
Yeah.
We've
and-
tried to do a tap trim for about, how old's the company?
Yeah.
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
But I will say one thing. Can I say? I'm going to say it and then stop me. But that Latitude. That Latitude became one of the most expensive releases of all time, didn't it? You remember?
Besides the Ace 30.
I'm not talking about legal fees. I'm not talking.
Oh, God.
I remember
Anyways, that's all I'm
seeing
legally
the,
bound
I
to say about
remember
that.
seeing the Latitude at an LA Amp show in like the summer of '78, and then no.
You probably, like 45 years later, we finally got FCC.
Right.
And,
But no, because before the release, we had to keep going back and tweaking and prototyping.
Yeah,
tweak,
there
prototyping.
was a lot of trial and error on that.
And I think a lot of it was
We don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
We just put it out.
You just it's perfect. Every
We
time.
put it out, and any problem, you got a V2 when you fix it. I'm not serious.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so all right, so
That's cool.
yeah, I'm trying to think.
So tune in next week.
Any dirt coming?
Well, yeah, I always got tons of dirt. I mean, it's
No.
like no, we're just simply going to put out boosters for the next
The question
year.
I do get a lot though is
Delays, reverbs, chorus.
well, that's what I was going to ask is modulation. You get that a lot.
We've been working on a Univibe for months and months and months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
So it's turning out to be my Vox-ish pedal where it's just apparently it's going to take us 4 years to get it right.
You ever
So-
wonder, like, for instance, the Plexi drive? I know
Yeah.
you've played Plexis, but
Yeah.
like, have you ever wondered, like, it seems like some people will design a plexi style pedal based off like a reissue plexi. And
Right.
Do you think, like, I know you have a huge amp collection, right?
Yeah.
And that's, to me, when you're doing an amp in a box, like, I know you actually designed it off of a plexi, and to me, I play a plexi, like an old one, so I don't know. It's sometimes I wonder if people do the same thing with Univibes, It's such a great effect, and it's been recorded since, 1966 or something?
It's one of the old. I mean, it's
It's
really
one
old.
it's one of the oldest ones, so there's a lot of things to kind of sample to get that tone. But I wonder if, like, did you actually buy an old one?
So yeah, I've played several, and so the Unicorn came from the Warbletron.
Right.
So
I was
the
going to ask
Unicorn
if
is
you were gonna keep
technically a
that.
version 2 of a vibe we already had,
Okay.
which was a vibe that was really hard to build and made no money.
Right. Well,
So I think the design could be a lot better, and that's why we went at it. There were some issues with the volume control, kind of sucked, and compared to what it could have been.
right.
So we've revised it and then added tap tempo and kind of just spiced it up as good as I think we
Right.
could ever do, and then.
So that cracks me up how both of you guys can put out a pedal and then 6 months later be like, I could do it better.
Yeah.
It's probably just that perfectionist attitude where you're just like, yeah.
Well, a lot of it
wish
with
we'd done
me
it
is
differently,
like just being ignorant. Like, I mean that in the nicest, like,
Right.
I'm making fun of myself because I deserve it. But, getting into something enough to understand it and be like, okay, that's how that works. And then you get like 5 designs down the road, or you work on stuff, and then a light bulb goes off, and you go back in your mind to, if I'd only known that.
Right.
And then so-
Okay.
Right.
So, do you do that?
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
if,
Or you learn a new trick.
yeah, or like, I'm going
Right.
through a book or
Right.
some kind of
So maybe,
electrical book or something,
like, to
and
equate
trying
to
out
get-
different tone controls. and-
Okay. So, like, if to equate it to guitar, like maybe you learned a few more licks, and if you could go back and write a song, you would change the progression that way.
Same exactly.
But it's still the same song. You just change a few things
Yeah.
about it. Okay. See,
Yeah,
I
nerds
can
just use
dig that.
capacitors to do that.
Yeah. And they actually make money because songs make no money anymore.
That's the difference.
But
Some do.
yeah, some do. Yeah. What'd you say?
Nerds.
Nerds. But yeah, some songs, but not much. Just Queen songs. But, but so no. Did we already say what's next? What's next?
So we're super secretive.
Okay.
We do the teaser. We basically drop a teaser. 7 days later, the pedal's out, and you don't know what it is.
Okay.
That's
so
how we've done
what-
it for several years.
Well,
But
then,
I can
if you
say,
want, I can drop it there because I kind of
no,
like
it's
that
fine.
aspect.
So the things I can say, we're working on new versions. I think you were joking.
Yeah. Well, we had their
But
own
I
version
have
twos
I have
do.
pedals that are now 6 or so years old. So like, I'm 6 years smarter, still dumb,
Right.
but 6 years smarter.
That makes sense.
And then revise, going back into some stuff. I think we're doing at least 5 tube screamers before.
Totally.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. They all
5
have,
more
Yeah, one enclosure.
and one enclosure.
Tap tempo.
Mhm.
Just stick them all
Yeah,
together.
but I don't know. Is there anything? I mean, there's nothing.
Like he's like, I
we're
can't
just-
say.
like,
I don't know.
Shut
You've told me over
Zach's
and over
over
not
there.
to say anything.
Yeah, we don't,
Yeah.
we're
No, fair
that's
enough.
just how we
That's
play the
fine.
game.
No,
you
that's
know?
fine.
We're,
And I can remember when the
There'll be 2 more things this year, and
Yeah.
some new releases that go along with.
But no,
this.
you guys, I love the videos. Like obviously the Moonshine video is great, and I'm sure I'm gonna leave some. The Emperor one cracked me up because I was like, what the hell? And that's exactly what you wanted.
Yeah,
Who
Yeah.
was it in the suit?
Tim, who does all the modifications.
Okay, okay, I had
he's
that.
Did you like go in the grocery store and be
Yeah.
like, look,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
wanna
just
wear
called up
penguin.
the local, and we're like, "Hey, we got this penguin costume. We want to walk around." And I guess they're like,
Yeah.
"Sure."
What were the customers saying? Like, what? the?
I wasn't there, but they basically like the lady at the checkout, like, because I got to see all the footage.
Okay.
And you just see like no one knows what to do. There's just a guy in a penguin
We're like,
costume.
oh, can you just act like normal? When you're checking out the. I
Yeah,
was
you were
there.
there.
When you're checking out the penguin, just be natural, and they're like, oh, sure. And they're like,
But
I don't know what else to do.
ironically enough, that's how Tim shops for groceries most of the time. So it wasn't anything new to him.
It's usually
Yeah.
cat suits from Broadway.
Oh yeah, cats.
So
Yeah.
I gotta ask though, like, was he totally cool with it, or was it like a draw straws thing?
He loves it.
He
Yeah,
he
okay.
wanted
I
to do
think
it.
we
Yeah.
we all love having fun with it, and it helps you keep in check that
And
it's
that-
pedals.
Yeah.
These are guitar pedals.
Right, you're not what Brian always says is you're not selling gravel. You know what I mean? Like that's what he says.
That's a great.
That's what he says.
And the opposite end, you're not selling like nuclear warheads.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which I feel-
Surgical equipment. or
I
something.
feel like
Yeah.
that gets both ends of that are played in
Yeah.
this industry, and sometimes we're just like we're dumb,
Right.
Yeah.
but we're having fun,
And the thing is,
and we're
too,
making
is-
a good product, standing behind it. And I'm gonna get in the penguin costume and buy groceries.
Exactly.
That's where it leads.
But no, there's a lot of truth to that because I mean you're selling something fun. You're out selling something to help people create. So I mean there is a lot of seriousness in that, and let's
Yeah,
face
there
it,
is.
a lot of people take it maybe even too seriously sometimes.
Yeah, I think
because
there's
that's-
things you take serious, and that's you got to make a good product.
well, of course,
And
Take
Of
care
course.
of customers.
yeah,
and-
take care of customers, and money is serious.
yeah, of
I mean,
course.
you don't
It's-
want to be like, "Hey, I got your money."
Exactly, and that's what I was getting ready to say. Money's
Yeah.
serious, not so much in the sense like I
Yeah.
need to make as much as I do, but it's like, I mean, let's face it. We're asking. Would you say the average price point on your pedals around $200?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know.
or maybe a
so
little more.
we're
yeah.
asking people to spend $200.
It's a lot of money.
A
Yeah.
lot of people don't make $300 a week, and we're asking them to spend
Right.
$200.
Yeah,
so it's
we
like,
know that too. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So it's like that's why you're saying money's serious, not like
Yeah.
money's serious because I need to make them. You know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then that's.
There's a way to be serious and professional, and then
Right.
still smile.
But at the same time, I'm sorry if I'm buying a pedal, you know, it's going to help me create. I don't want a bunch of suits designing it. I don't.
That's
man.
cool.
You know what I mean? Nothing against those guys that do, but chances are I'm going to gravitate towards the guys
That's
that,
cool.
you know,
Right.
just
I owned one suit. I went to a wedding and
that
lost
had to
pants.
be a huge.
When I changed back in, they got and I don't. I have a jacket. True story.
that is.
So somewhere in the back of
a
a church, in like a meeting room where I changed,
I don't even
somebody
want
had
to know
some
the
really
rest of that
long
story.
pants.
I want to believe. I want to draw my own conclusions. Of what
Yeah,
happened.
you can do that. You can do that.
I've never lost pants at a wedding.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Daniel on the unicorn videos?
Oh,
Daniel
Daniel from
is-
Salvage Custom.
Yeah,
Shop.
Salvage-
Daniel is one of the greatest humans on earth.
He's a hugger.
You're welcome, Daniel.
He's a hugger. You're a hugger. I love
He's
it.
awesome. Yeah, if you ever see our big boards, all the wood top boards,
Yep.
he's always done that for us. And he's always wearing unicorn shirts.
Yeah,
And
or
there's-
cats or something.
Yeah,
right?
and he has a cool little builder forum thing that a lot of us are on and stuff. Yeah, I see you on there. So it was just he's just so much fun. I mean, every
Yeah.
time I ever hang out with him, he's a blast. And then it's like we're doing a unicorn pedal,
Yeah,
and
come
everything is like the stars aligned. And
Yeah.
I literally called him one evening. I was like, "Hey, can you come out like next month? We're gonna."
Where's
film
he at?
He's in San Diego.
on. San Diego. Oh wow.
The original video, it didn't work out because of weather. We had rented an HD drone plane with a camera, and we were gonna do like the whole Princess Bride music with him galloping
Yes.
through a field.
Yes. You still never
And-
seen Princess Bride, have you?
Bits and pieces.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
because we were.
inconceivable.
It'll change your life.
Very nice.
You're welcome.
Nice. I mean it.
Yeah.
Anybody
Alice,
want a peanut?
your
Thank
wife's
you.
gonna
Thank
do
you.
it.
Come on. There we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. Set him up, knock him down. But, so no, man. The Gearfest.
Where did you get a unicorn?
Well, that was. Where'd you find it? It was hard.
Well,
It's
Noel
like- it's
found
like
it.
a
Noel
She-
Noel found the
Amazon. They
Amazon.
sell unicorns.
Yeah. It was. What was it
Add
called?
water.
It's the new Amazon.
Just
not-
add water.
There's the Amazon Prime and the drone, but we used
Amazon.
Future.
Amazon Future.
Future.
How
They,
did that
they
work?
anticipate your needs.
Yeah, I remember you
And-
ordered it after she found it. How did it work when you?
Well, I was thinking, man, it'd be really cool to have a unicorn.
And then-
I opened the front door, and it was on my
So
doorstep.
Amazon Future.
Amazon Future.
I hear they
Dot
break
com.
the map
Dot
policy
co.
a lot though.
Oh.
That's a whole nother story.
We'll be back next year on that
Yeah,
one.
right. Exactly. I'm so far removed from that side of the business, but so I can't really. I know what it means, but I've been instructed that I'm not allowed to say anything about it because I don't.
He's
know
no
what
longer
it
allowed to
means.
talk business.
Yeah, I don't know what it means well enough, but. So, if you guys ever get a chance to come, listeners, viewers, whatever, get a chance to come to Gearfest, you should do it, especially when it rains. Hey, Glenn Hughes was here. So you guys should come to Gearfest. There's a lot of stars, right? Who else is here?
Paul Reed
Me.
Smith.
Paul
Yeah.
Smith. Is he a star?
Yeah.
He's a builder.
He's a star.
Dude, Paul's
He's a
awesome.
star.
He's the most. I don't know.
He's done a TED talk.
He's a,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He did a TED talk.
yeah.
He builds a star.
Mhm.
He built very nice. Very nice. You have a Paul Reed Smith.
I do.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I need one. Paul.
John Mayer's now playing Paul Reed Smiths.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked it better when he was playing the Charvel or the
The
Jackson.
Charvel really mixed it
Yeah,
up.
did you see that?
I
The
did.
pink one or
the
whatever?
internet blew up.
You love you some John Mayer, don't you? You are a John Mayer fan.
Favorite album?
Probably Try when he's doing it with the trio.
That's crazy.
Cool.
You ever think that, like, see, I'm a big John Mayer fan too.
Yeah, I like John Mayer.
I'll admit it.
I'm an unashamed John Mayer lover.
I actually liked Battle Studies.
I like it too.
Everybody likes Continuum. I like Battle Studies, but
I like the last stuff best.
the last stuff.
The newer records.
the newer records.
Yeah, I like those a lot. The song, more songwriter.
Yeah, I was getting ready when he did that Born and Raised. It was like the inspiration for that record was like he went back and listened to Battle Studies and it was like, whoa, slow down, John. Calm
Yes.
down, John.
I'm gonna move to Montana, smoke more
He's
pot.
like, where's my acoustic?
Yeah, right. Let me go back to that and listen to a bunch of Jerry Garcia. But if you listen, am I wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
So
You're not wrong.
But if you guys get a chance to come to Gearfest, man, do it. It's cool. There's famous people here. You get to meet all the builders.
You can
know.
actually play.
Yeah, kinda.
I mean,
Actually, they're pretty lenient on the volume.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah, like versus like NAMM where you can't play a louder volume than what people talk.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you have to pay to get in? Is
I don't know.
there admission?
I think it's free.
Yeah.
And you become a VIP guest.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you get a
Oh.
lanyard and a badge, and you have. Oh, okay.
And Sweetwater's crazy if you've never been here. And there's
yes.
a slide.
It's like the
There's
Google.
a golf
the Google
indoor.
of the
And I
music.
it's,
think Bob-
it's the Google of music stores.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of footage of it too, right, Bob?
Yeah.
Bob will throw it up. Do it. He gets graphics. If I do this, nothing. If he does that, fire comes out. It's true. It's,
Okay.
I threw lightning once.
you threw lightning once. They won't give me stuff. They won't give me anything. Good. I don't have to edit that. All right. So, man, thank you guys so much for joining
Thanks for
us.
having us.
Yeah. It's been awesome.
Let's go get something to eat.
And then
Yes.
did ride some go-karts, man.
Go karts. Can we drink first?
Gotta
There's that
drink a
golf
beer
carts.
first. And
Drinking
then
and driving.
Yeah. That's the best way.
I'm just picturing me 6'6" on a go kart.
I know.
You
I
look
can't.
like Mario Kart. Like what a.
I'm Bowser. Get out of my way.
It's like I don't accelerate, but I have a high top speed.
I did the Small World ride at Disney. It was a very small world.
Bunking your head on the rafters.
And for those of you who are just listening, Josh, you're what, 6'6", 6'5"?
I'm actually 7 feet 14.
Like 7.
No, I'm 6'6". I took
Yeah.
after Michael Jordan.
Take out, yeah. Are you?
I got this. I'm a baller too.
Are you? You got a hoop dream?
I'm living the.
You live in the hoop dream? I got a hoop dream, cuz. But no, you should
What is
see
a hoop dream?
a hoop dream? Come on.
Where are you
I
from?
I got a hoop dream, and although at the age of
I got a Space Jam.
yes, and at my age, though, I honestly think I'm starting to think that
It's not gonna happen.
it's possible. It's possible that I may not be a starter in the NBA.
You're a 6 man though. I see it in your eyes.
Right?
There's a hunger.
There is a hunger.
That's the hoop.
You're like
dream.
an animal. You're an animal, and that ball is a steak.
It
thing.
is hashtag hoop dream.
Hashtag hoop dream. Hashtag Space Jam.
Space
hashtag Jordan. Hashtag.
I believe I can
I
fly.
can believe it. R. Kelly.
Hashtag.
I'm
hashtag
stopping
Warner
there with
Brothers.
R. Kelly thing. I'm starting to. All right. So for the guys at JHS, Josh, Zach, John, Brian, Max, and I'm Travis. Thank you guys so much for watching.